All right, what's up, y'all? We about to talk about Bitcoin again. I said I was gonna come back to y'all when I learned some more. I learned a little bit more. Some interesting things. If you're not familiar with Bitcoin, which you should be by now, but if you're not, go and check out my other video. I think it's titled "What is Bitcoin and Is It Too Late to Invest?" Go watch that first. You can pause this right now if you need to. Watch that, come back, and then here's like a little update. All right, so like I was explaining in the last video, I was talking about how it's more about the blockchain technology that the Bitcoin derives from. But I believe I mentioned, if I didn't, I meant to, how Bitcoin is pretty much intermingled or intertwined with the blockchain technology. Because everybody, I forgot I had this on. Never mind that. But anyway, all of your experts and analysts. I mean, it's pretty divided. You got some who say it's gonna go to the moon. You got some who say it ain't worth shit. The thing is, but they'll talk about it's about the blockchain technology. But the way that the blockchain technology is set up, like you can't have one without the other. The more the more secure and the more they optimize the blockchain technology, the miners that do that, they get rewarded with some Bitcoin. All right. Now, it takes some money to mine these Bitcoins, and it's supposed to be it's like real. It's top of the line, safe and encrypted, because you have like all these different Bitcoin miner machine computer thingies set up, right? That's doing the mining, and 51% of them, and these are like automatically ran, 51% of them have to agree on a transaction for it to be valid. And the reason why this is significant is because, like I said, these things cost money, and to try to generate a fake Bitcoin will cost you a whole lot. It costs a couple of billion, more than I think the dude said like $31 billion. I'm not sure if it costs that much, but it costs in the billions of dollars to make one fake Bitcoin the way that the shit is set up. So that's what helps keep it so secure. The way it's set up is crazy. But anyway, as far as Bitcoin as an investment, I told you not to use it for that, but for what it's worth, it's not like, you could tell how the price movement been over the few years. It's not correlated with any other markets. Like, usually as the stock market goes up, the dollar goes down, or as Apple goes up, or maybe not Apple, but like as Microsoft goes up, Google goes up with it, because they're both tech companies. You know, as TJ Maxx goes up, so does, I don't know, Target or Walmart or something, because they're in the same industry or whatever. Something's usually correlated. As the stock market goes up, the gold goes down. You know, but Bitcoin just been going up regardless of what everything else has been doing. There's nothing inverse of the performance of Bitcoin, which indicates, doesn't necessarily prove, but it strongly indicates that there is no institutional buying involved, which means that Bitcoin going up is strictly just off of regular people like me and you who don't have $1 billion and who don't do this for a living. Just regular people buying Bitcoin. That's what that indicates. Now, I told you on my theory on the last video of what I really think could possibly be going on. I'm not saying that it is for sure, because I don't know, but what I feel like could be going on. But, you know, despite that, though, it indicates that there's no institutions buying into it. So what does that mean? Because you'll learn about that more in this book that I got coming. Stay tuned for that. It'll be out in like a month or two. For beginners. But really for everybody, but especially beginners. But anyway, institutional buying. First of all, those are your major investment banks. Those are your hedge funds. You know, like Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway investment company, that would be considered institutional buying. Unless he was buying some of Berkshire Hathaway, then it'll be insider buying. You know, if Merrill Lynch or some bank or Goldman Sachs was investing in something, that would be institutional buying. And when these people invest in stuff, you know, studies show that it has a better chance of outperforming than things that they don't invest in. So the thing is, they're special. I don't say special. I'm gonna say unique. It's for something to go up so fast and for so long. Like Bitcoin's been going up for a few years straight, with with seemingly no institutional buying. So that means either the shit is a bubble that's about to pop, which is very, 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 very possible, or when it's finally realized that Bitcoin is the real deal, they will buy into it, which will send Bitcoin through the roof. I mean, it'll send it through the roof. All right. Now, given that the way life is set up in general, if I had to choose, I would say it's a bubble that's about to burst. But I mean, this is some unprecedented shit. I'm gonna lie to you, I don't know how to call this shit. You know, on one hand, it seems like it's some bullshit that's a bubble. On the other hand, it seems like it's going to go to the moon and change the world and all of that. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in between. But there's another thing about Bitcoin, because people will say it's just cryptocurrencies in general. And there's other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin, which is true. But for every other cryptocurrency that's created, it makes Bitcoin that much more valuable because they all derive from Bitcoin. This is all right. We did some little Halloween joint with my daughters. They was thing 1 and thing 2. Me and their mama was thing 3 and thing 4. I said the thing 3 on my shirt. All right. But anyway, so the more cryptocurrencies that's created, that makes the Bitcoin more valuable because that is based from Bitcoin itself. I'm not geeky and nerdy enough to understand the technology like that, so I can break it down to you in real layman's terms to you. But the way that I've learned it, that's the way it is. And also, the more people who finally start to use Bitcoin, the more valuable, the more utility it has. It's just like phones. You know, if I got a phone and nobody else has a phone, what good is a phone? I can't call nobody else unless they have a phone. Now, when everybody else has a phone, the more people get phones, the more valuable my phones become because the more people I can call with this phone. Same thing with Bitcoin. More people will get Bitcoin, the more valuable Bitcoin becomes because there's more people to do transactions with. So that's don't mind that in the background. Anyway, that's my update on Bitcoin, and I'm gonna continue to study it because the more I study it, the more interesting it becomes. I honestly thought before I started studying it that I was just gonna write it off as some bullshit, but it's really this is very intriguing, very intriguing. If you are one of the ones who had the balls to buy some, I'm gonna just say congratulations because most likely you're up right now. Yeah, that's my update. Stay tuned. Newblaqwallstreet.com. I'll check you on the next one.